On Christmas Day, Russia launched a brutal attack on Ukraine's energy infrastructure and cities using cruise and ballistic missiles as well as drones. Ukrainian President Zelensky condemned the attack as inhuman, with strikes in Kharkiv and Dnipropetrovsk leaving at least 6 injured and 1 dead. Over 500,000 people in Kharkiv were left without heating, and blackouts affected Kyiv and other areas. Russia's defense ministry confirmed it hit critical energy facilities supporting Ukraine's military-industrial complex. Ukraine's military claimed to have downed 59 missiles and 54 drones. This marked the latest escalation in Russia's ongoing strategy to target Ukraine's energy sector, causing severe damage and widespread blackouts. Hamas has reported delays in reaching a ceasefire agreement with Israel, citing new conditions set by Israel. Despite this, Hamas has shown flexibility in negotiations, with the talks mediated by Qatar and Egypt progressing seriously. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepens, with the Gaza Health Ministry reporting over 45,000 Palestinian casualties since Israel's military offensive began on October 7, 2023. In addition to the staggering death toll, more than 107,000 Palestinians have been injured. The ongoing violence has devastated the region, leaving families in desperate need of aid and protection. Pope Francis, in his Christmas address, condemned the extremely grave situation in Gaza, calling for a ceasefire and the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas. He expressed concern for Christian communities in both Israel and Palestine, particularly in Gaza, where civilians continue to suffer from hunger and the ravages of war. A pregnant woman was killed in one of Israel's airstrikes on Gaza City, though medics managed to save her baby. Meanwhile, Palestinian writer Wala Juma al-Ifranji and her husband were also killed in an Israeli strike. Pakistan celebrates the 148th birth anniversary of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, with leaders emphasizing his vision of inclusivity and the protection of religious minorities. President Asif Ali Zardari reaffirmed his commitment to religious harmony, highlighting Jinnah's dream of a nation where people of all faiths can thrive equally. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif echoed these sentiments, calling for national unity and protection of religious freedoms.
और मैं समझता हूँ कि आज का दिन का हमें ये दर्स मिलता है कि हम मिलकर हम अमन को, तरक्की के सफ़र को फ़रोग़ दें और भाईचारे को फ़रोग़ दें, और जो तफरीक है, तफरीक दर तफरीक, इसका ख़ात्मा करें। हमेशा जज्बात को काबू में रखकर तहम्मुल, बर्दाश्त से काम लेना चाहिए, और जो हमारे मुल्क में जो अक़लीतें हैं, जो मिनॉरिटीज़ हैं, उनका हमें हर तौर उनका ख्याल रखना चाहिए और मोहब्बत और शफ़क़त से पेश आना चाहिए।
Both leaders, along with various provincial chief ministers, pledged to ensure that minorities, especially the Christian community, are treated with respect and dignity.
आज के दिन मैं मसीही बरादरी को भी मुबारकबाद देता हूँ। दुनिया भर की और ख़ास तौर पे पाकिस्तान में बसने वाली मसीही बरादरी जो क्रिसमस का त्यौहार मना रहे हैं, उनको दिल की गहराइयों से मुबारकबाद।
आपको ये फ़िक्र ना हो कि कोई आके आपको मारेगा, कोई आके आपका घर जला देगा, कोई मॉब वायलेंस होगी। मेरी ख़ुसूसी तवज्जो इस बात पे है कि आपको वो सेंस ऑफ इंक्लूजन मिले, वो सेंस ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन मिले, सेंस ऑफ ओनरशिप मिले, क्योंकि मसीही बरादरी की पाकिस्तान के लिए बहुत बड़ी खिदमत है।
On this special day, the Christian community in Pakistan also celebrated Christmas with a focus on peace and brotherhood. Chief of Army Staff General Asim Munir marked Christmas by joining celebrations at Rawalpindi's St. Joseph's Cathedral, highlighting the Christian community's contributions to Pakistan's growth. He also paid tribute to Quaid-e-Azam's leadership, emphasizing his vision for a peaceful and prosperous Pakistan. In line with this, the military reaffirmed its commitment to Jinnah's principles of unity, faith, and discipline, pledging to safeguard the nation and its diverse communities.